Hey, what's up, guys? This is a lot harder than I thought podcast where we talk about almost everything that we don't know about and a lot of stuff that we know a little bit about. What?
We gotta think them.
All right, go ahead and clap. Whee!
No, you don't. Okay.
All right, so anyways, yeah, this is a lot harder than I thought. New podcast with Toby Pryor and
Elijah Funderfafer.
there we go. Two pretty good guys starting a podcast.
Doing podcasts.
In this podcast, you can expect a ton of wild things like
Talking.
crazy. It's gonna be exciting. So hold on to your seats and roll the intro music.
That's where the intro music goes. Okay, stop.
So yeah, welcome to the first episode of This is a Lot Harder Than I Thought. To all of our 4 or maybe even 5 viewers, I'm probably expecting to see this or listen to this. Hello and welcome.
Welcome. Indeed.
We're gonna do this once a week is our goal for a weekly podcast. So we got our whiteboard set up with all of our topics, and we got camera for the YouTube, and we're going and we're doing it.
This is there's a lot more like form and structure to this than we ever expected there to be.
Yeah.
And we've made it a lot farther already than we ever thought we would. So.
Yeah. Usually we just come up with ideas and we're like, that'd be amazing, and then we never do it. And this is actually I'm surprised that we're actually doing this.
Yeah.
If we're gonna post it or not, that's another story. But
It's going,
right.
dude, man.
Sweet.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Toby.
So, it's like so dumb. Like, no one cares. Like,
Not with that attitude.
yeah, so my name's Toby.
Okay, cool. On to Elijah.
Thank you. Yeah, go for it.
That's me. Okay. Back
So
to
now
you.
that we got our crazy introductions out of the way, yeah, so tattoos. This is like the first thing on our list, tattoos. You want tattoos, right?
Yeah, maybe. I'm a little too indecisive. Like, I'm very logical about, like, okay, this is gonna be implanted on my body for a very long time. So I'm like, should I not?
Do you think you're gonna regret it? Like, just put it somewhere. I mean, my thing is like, all right, if you want a tattoo, put it somewhere no one is gonna see.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like no one's gonna see it. So what's the point in even getting it, right? Like, you get it for people to.
You get it for yourself.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, there's people that are like, they get tattoos that like symbolize like their family and stuff. Like, I know I have one friend that he has like 3 rings like that go around his arm that are like, one's for like his like sisters, and then one's for like his parents and stuff, and it has like a bunch of symbolism to it. And then there's people that are just like, yeah, I liked it, so I got it, and it's like a Mario star.
You're right. Yeah.
So it's like, as long as it's something you like, then
But both of
what's
those
the point?
cases, they're actually getting them to show other people, right? Like, he's getting it,
not
so
necessarily.
I mean, I guess as a remembrance. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
that makes
it's
sense.
just
but
like-
also kind of just to like show everyone else, like.
Tattoos are cool for some reason, and like, it's not like they're a new invention. They've been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, the old, like, Samoan warriors and stuff, it was, like, all the tattoos and designs had, like, meaning behind it about, like, who they were and stuff like that.
And welcome to our first guest of the podcast,
First guest of the podcast.
Tony Pryor,
Tony
aka
Pryor.
my dad.
How come your room's not cleaned up?
So
Podcast, that's why.
great
Good job.
Got great framing here for the video. It's a great shot.
He's got-
Oh, shoot.
It's okay. Welcome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Thank you for those wise words of
Talk to you later.
fatherly wisdom.
Clean your room, get a job.
Those aren't mine.
You guys want?
He's staring right now at this post in Toby's room that has like 5
so those
backpacks
listening
on
to
it.
just audio.
Any side bags?
I don't know. Probably. I think I'm in the same boat with some of these hanging
All
around.
out, aren't you? So
No, not at all.
No, we're keeping all those for sure.
Any of these you don't want anymore? I'm cleaning house. It's spring.
Yeah, get rid
Yeah,
of
I don't
them.
want those.
Any of these?
Keep that black backpack. He'll use it just in case. Yeah, take that.
No,
take
I don't want that.
You carry your computer work in it?
I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want any of that.
Hot dog, I'm on a roll. This guy?
Yep, I don't want that.
Huh?
It actually has like a ton of expensive gear that I forgot I put in it.
What was that breaking glass sound that we just heard? How about that?
A lens.
What?
No, I don't want that.
You need a backpack and probably
I already have one. It's that
you
orange
got
one right there.
everything you need already, right?
He has one orange
Yeah,
backpack
I'm
that
good.
he uses. I'm good.
That's actually a pretty good bag.
Any takers? Any takers?
Yeah, so we're selling all my bags on Craigslist. If you wanna,
That's right. I got 10
if you wanna go
bags.
look at those.
Actually,
Trying to keep
there's
this
gonna be a
podcast
sidewalk
running.
today, so
That's the one he
That's
uses.
I need that one.
you
Yeah.
need this one.
Yep.
You use this one. Sounds funny.
That's just this room.
Okay. Anything else? Sorry to interrupt your podcast.
That's okay.
Anything else that you want out on the street?
No.
What is that?
It's supposed to be a VR headset. It doesn't work. So that's $30 going on eBay. You guys check us out. We also accept PayPal. Cold Hard Cash works too. This one's gonna be free because it's just actually $5. That has sentimental value. This is gonna be a recurring
People are
episode.
gonna pay for that.
Oh my.
My goodness. All right, I'm out of here.
All right, thanks, Dad.
It was lovely having you on the show for the
Yeah.
first episode.
Nice. Round of applause for our first guest of the show.
He's keeping that one too.
I want that. Yeah, keep that.
Sentimental value.
Well,
No trucks and no.
Eventually.
eventually I'm gonna get trucks and wheels for it, and then I'll be a skater.
Once I own the full skateboard,
No,
I
you
will be
won't.
a skator.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Real Boy. You want to go skateboards?
Anyway, so yeah, you want tattoos, right? You want tattoos?
Kinda.
Okay.
I'm so very on the fence about it. I don't know why.
I just have no preference whether I get a tattoo or not. I think it'd be cool if I didn't, but I'm totally fine if I don't get tattoos.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get that. I'm very logical and sentimental in the fact that I want my things to be special to me and have meaning to me. But I also wouldn't mind getting something silly with a friend. As long as it's matching and we have a good or memory over it.
Sure, yeah.
I want to get a matching tattoo with my brother.
Yeah.
So
There you go. So me and Elijah were going out to lunch a couple weeks ago. No, a couple days ago. Last week. And I was
a
like,
week
yo, you
ago.
want to go skydiving? He was like, yeah, and that was that. So we're going skydiving. Well, it's one of those things that we just say we're going to do, but, you know.
I know
we might not
I know
ever do
Toby
that.
will get sad if I say no.
So he actually doesn't
So I
want to go
say
skydiving.
so I say yes because I know it'll never happen, except it will happen. This one's it's
So much is coming to the surface right now. It's I say yes to Toby all the time, knowing he's very inconsistent and doesn't follow through with things. Gosh. Wow. Yeah. Gosh.
I only say yes to the things that I know I can commit to.
So we're going skydiving.
We're going to skydiving. We're gonna get tattoos.
Next week.
He's gonna get a tattoo.
Well, the thing is, the only thing keeping me from going skydiving and tattoos really
Is
is
his parents.
No, what?
I'm just
My mom. I told my mom. She's like, yeah, I want to go. She's like, I'm going skydiving too. I was like, okay, you can come. So, no, it's just money. You know, I'm looking to buy a very expensive camera pretty soon, so it's gonna take up. That's where I'm saving all my money for.
Yeah, you need to budget all that and take care. Wise spending. Stop eating out so much.
So thanks for our second guest, Bill Ramsey, for being on the show.
That's Dave Ramsey.
Dang it. Who's Bill? What did I
You
say?
said Bill Ramsey.
That sounds like a name too. Well,
Yeah.
someone's out there named Bill Ramsey.
Toby, I wrote this.
Yeah, let's talk about your job, dude. I have big beef with his job. Big beef.
This literally says Elijah's dumb job that keeps him from doing stuff I want him to do.
That's on the topic board, by the way.
We have a topic board because structure.
It's out of frame, though.
It doesn't. Yeah, that's the point.
Right. I'm just staring at it the whole time,
It's
though.
mysterious.
Yeah, so let's talk about your dumb job that got big beef with. He works at this
Is it ground
construction
beef
job,
or is it
and
like
it's like
sirloin?
it's big beef.
Oof.
So, yes.
This is a big cow, just like the one I nearly
A
pet.
fat cow, dude.
That cow
the
nearly
entire
sat
cow.
on me.
I have the entire cow with your job.
Dang. Dude.
Yes.
I got to see how big that cow was too.
All right, hold on. Is steak beef?
Yes.
Wow. All right, for some reason I thought beef was its own category of like meats. Like I thought like there was like steak, burnt ends, and then like burgers, but like beef was like a separate thing for some reason.
No, those are all beef.
Okay, so beef is like
Beef
its
is
own
the
genre.
It's the
It's like
genre
chicken and
of
beef.
meat.
But then why do people say chicken? So instead of like going to Chipotle and you say I want beef, they'll give you steak. They'd be like,
Sure,
what?
but they'd be like, why aren't you just calling it
Yeah,
steak?
okay. I
That's
guess
like
it's just good to get that cleared up. I have big steak with your job. He works this construction
tasty.
job. Yeah, tell him about your job. What do you do?
I do construction work.
Yeah,
just-
so basically he works a full-time job, which is completely normal, I guess. But the thing is, he just doesn't want to take time off to go do all these crazy things that I want to do, because my job is like a little bit less like I don't
Intense
know.
about
It's intense about
roll call.
structure and like being like as long as you get your work done, you can take as many days off if you want. If you don't show up a couple days, they're cool with it. His job's a little bit different, where it's more like, hey,
You
you're not
gotta
gonna
show up every
yeah,
single day.
right.
They freak out if you take days off a lot. Not really. Like, it's like I've never had a problem with taking days off, but I feel bad when I take too many days off. I do construction work. I'm a carpentry apprentice through the union, so that's that. It's like drywall, metal studs, commercial work.
So it's like
it's very like taxing on my body as
yeah,
well. So I get
and it's like a
tired.
respectable job to have. It's like, oh, you're a hardworking dude. You're going
Yeah.
out and like. So it's completely reasonable for you to be like, no, Toby, I don't want to go cross country with you to California. I can't take 2 weeks off.
Yeah,
But I still get frustrated at it because I want to go do these things.
the problem is that I took a month off work already.
Yeah, man.
That was fun.
So he spent all of his chips in one month, and now left me with nothing. Now I get him on Saturdays, sometimes.
Let's go to California for one day.
All right, you're paying for the plane ticket.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, I went overseas. Went through England. Went to South Africa. So that's what that
You got
was.
seasick, threw up out of a car.
It wasn't seasick. It was a
Right.
stomach virus / parasite. So
It's gross.
that was a lot worse than being seasick.
Mm. Yeah, it's nasty.
Cape Town, South Africa is pretty beautiful, and it was fun. But that was like a month off work, and I know that I'm about to take like a long weekend off work to go visit my girlfriend, and then I know I'm gonna.
Hold on. The movie recording has been stopped. Let's play that back again. I don't know how much that's missed, but all right.
You can just
continue.
put like a blank thing there.
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna take off, not too much, but a little bit of work in August, because
How much time
like
are you to go see her? How much time are you taking?
this week or this upcoming time.
Yeah.
2 days off. Which
Oh,
isn't-
that's not bad.
It's
at all.
not bad.
So you could take 2 weeks off to go to California.
It's I don't know. I'd like to, but I still feel like cautious about it. Because like, I don't know. I don't want them to freak out and stuff.
You think they're gonna fire you?
I think it is. I don't know if I'll get like fired or let go. It's like I don't know. Like the whole mentality there is like all the guys like they're either very indebted to debt, and they like freak out when they have to call in sick for one day, like they can't like go one day without working, which that's
Right, because they have mortgages to pay off and
yeah.
rent to pay or whatever.
Yeah, but they've also been unwise with their money. They could be a lot wiser with that, So part of me is like,
You don't have to be like that.
I don't have to be like that, and I'm not like that. But, like, being around that, I think, kind of skews my view sometimes of, like, taking days off of work. But I know, like, construction is a very, like, it's not a very constant job. It's up and down. It's a roller coaster of, like, how busy they get and how many guys they hire on. And, like, our company, like, went from, they basically, like, got rid of, like, 100 people. Which is, like, now you think of that as, like, kind of a lot.
So you think you're gonna get fired? Basically.
I don't think I'm gonna get fired, but I don't want to.
Sweet. So we're going to California.
I don't want to give them reason to like be like, okay, well, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I
like
think you should risk it for the biscuit. Is my mentality. This biscuit is tasty, scrumptious looking, fluffy, and ready to eat. And all you gotta do is risk it. And then you get the biscuit.
End of the year?
In other words,
End of the year?
just take the 2 weeks off. End of the year?
Yeah.
So far away.
Not really.
It's like 6 months. 7 months.
That's not that far.
Okay, fine.
Maybe.
But
I don't
the
know.
end of the year is gonna come and you're gonna be like, dude, I'm going 2 weeks to Bali with my girlfriend.
I'm not going to Bali.
And then I'll be like, oh, okay, so California is gonna be like, maybe 6 more weeks. And I'll be like, all right, I'll see you.
True.
6 weeks, dude. And then the 6 weeks is gonna come and like, dude, taking a month.
Okay, we get it.
So
I don't know. I'm just like very iffy with that for no reason. I mean, I guess it is a reason. I have like concern about it. I don't know why.
you're gonna drive your new dirt bike to go see your girlfriend?
No,
How'd you like that transition?
that was pretty good.
I was trying to think of one. I was like, how do people transition in podcasts?
Yeah,
Maybe they just talk and don't have topics.
Yeah, but so that's what up with that. Toby doesn't like that very much.
No,
but
I don't. I got big beef.
It's okay though.
Yeah, he doesn't care about me.
No, I do.
Yeah,
Toby's just taking
okay.
small bites of that beef, and he's getting pretty full of it, and he's tired of eating it.
I could eat this beef all. Yeah, no wait, no, yeah, you're right. I didn't get the analogy at first. I am tired of eating this beef. So you bought a dirt bike.
We're just swapping chicken, man.
You bought a dirt bike.
Yeah, I bought.
Congrats.
I bought a dirt bike.
$2,100 dirt bike.
22.
$2,200, dude. Big spender.
Heck yeah, dude.
You could have put that money in going out of the country with me or something. Could have gonna go to Iceland.
True.
For 2
Could have gone
weeks.
for Iceland for like half that, or
Seriously.
less than half that. Both of us could have gone to Iceland for half that.
Yeah, and we'd be there for like 6 weeks. The richest people. No, just like super wealthy in Iceland.
Playing for the
1,200
Iceland national team already.
Gosh. It's like, yeah, everyone in Iceland sucks and is poor.
Not really.
No, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
You were insulting Iceland. That's
Right.
where you're going with that.
Shout out to Iceland
I love to go to
and
Iceland.
everyone in it.
I've always like had this fascination with Iceland. For
So
some reason.
trendy now.
I know.
Everyone's been to that dang plane. They need to start selling tickets.
Yeah, it annoys me because like I just like really appreciated like how artistic the language looked.
That's
And-
what made you want to go to Iceland?
No, like I would just always like Icelandic as a language. So I'd literally just like go on Google Translate and just like translate like words and then just like write them in Icelandic and play with typography and calligraphy. And it was always like really fun. I was like, dang, this looks so cool. This looks like something from like Middle Earth, like Lord of the Rings stuff.
Hmm.
And then I was just like, I'd like to go to Iceland someday. And this was when I was like 13, 14. And so then like within like the past 3 years, everyone's like, oh, Iceland's like actually amazing. And like everyone makes a video to go there. And
Yeah.
I'm like annoyed because
It is beautiful.
it's,
so it's like
I know, it's trendy.
and super cheap to go to.
Yeah,
But everything in Iceland is really expensive.
true, because everything's like imported and
Right.
everything. There's
So
not that
th-
many
th-
people
they,
there.
They get you with those cheap plane tickets, but then you're in it and you're like, oh shoot, I brought no money.
Yeah.
And all the food's like burgers like $13.
You said you wanted expensive food.
Yep, there we go.
That's not that bad though. I don't know why. Like you get that like urge of like when something's like trendy or popular, you like kind of shy away from it. You're very
It's
like
yeah,
hipster.
it's like the hipster inside
Hipster-
of me. So I try
hipster
to
of the, like
I've been
I'm not
actually-
gonna listen to this band.
Right. I've been trying to like work against that actually. I mean, there's like a point where it's like radio music and you're like, oh, I'm actually tired of this song, not just because everyone likes it.
Yeah, it's different when you're being
But-
brainwashed.
It's like I also hate getting on like hate trends because those are big too. When things get big, then like they start gathering people of like its own group to hate on that trend, right?
Yeah,
And like I think that's all just as like ridiculous.
I get that.
Hopping on trends is like all right, sure, and then but like hopping on like the hate trend of like everyone's gonna knock this, and it's like and then it becomes its own trend of hating on the trend,
Yeah,
right? And it's like that's just as bad.
I get that.
Yeah, that's even worse to me, just to hop on one of those. So just, I don't know, the whole going back to like making your mind up for what you actually like and like thinking for yourself, I guess.
Yeah,
Kind of got deep there.
that was good.
Thanks.
I'd replay that.
Subscribe to our podcast and donate to our Patreon. that we haven't set up yet
What's
because we're not
Patreon?
trying to do this to make money. But if we did, that'd be sweet. True. So welcome back to our ASMR channel.
That was good. That was good.
Thanks.
What purchases have you been making lately?
I think dirt bike is under purchases.
It is.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so we got that. Did we even talk about that? You bought a dirt bike.
I bought a dirt bike.
And your mom's freaking out about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you felt bad, so you didn't even get excited. Yeah, he told me this today. He didn't even get excited about buying. Should we not mention this? Just
It's fine,
keep your
dude.
mom out of it.
It's already out there. It's not like it's a bad reason.
Okay, yeah, right.
So,
Okay,
fair
so
enough.
reasonably, his mom is scared for him buying a dirt bike because, like, you crazy kid, you're crazy. Like, you're gonna crack your head open.
It's not even that. It's more so she's like afraid of other people and like
Sure, right. That's what I mean.
other people are
like,
bad. You're gonna crack your head. I mean,
No, but, like,
other people, right?
They're both the same thing. Like, crack your head open by someone else.
Yeah.
Someone else is gonna run into you. It's dangerous, right?
Yeah.
But still,
So
I mean, you can say that about anything.
my mom had a little bit of a.
Welcome back again. our
Welcome
third
back,
guest
Tony.
Again, Tony Pryor, aka my dad.
You know what that goes to?
It goes to his laptop.
Is it?
No,
It goes to an Apple.
it's like ask mom.
It goes to maybe it's to her
It's not
MacBook.
mine.
It slides on the charger so that she can plug her laptop into the wall.
We're not selling this item because we have yet to find out who it belongs to. But stay
Do you still
tuned.
want a TV? A little bit like this for $1?
A 12-inch?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I want that. Wait, sure, yeah, I want it.
$1?
I have my debit card.
It's a garage sale across the street.
Can you spot me here?
I have nothing on me. Yeah.
I don't either.
You should give it a try.
This is the rawest video you'll ever see in your life. Is this $1? We're selling this dollar for $2.
I'll buy that.
Clip that. All right.
So,
Yeah,
dirt bike.
so you bought a dirt bike, your mom's scared, and you're like, Mom, I'm my own person. And you're like 20 years old, so you can bike your own stuff.
Yeah.
And it's exciting because you get to go do a bunch of crazy hood rat stuff. And
Yeah. I don't know. Motorcycles in general are like, you need to respect them and respect the road and all of that.
respect the pouch.
You respect the pouch. You just like keep laughing about that.
Respect it.
Like they're scary, terrifying machines, but so are cars, and we drive them nonchalantly. So I mean, it's fun. They're fun. I was a lot less like intimidated when I started like actually riding it. Like it's scary because like I'll like just walk up to it and like the seat's like so high. I'm just like, whoa, this is really big. But then I'm like on it and I'm just like cruising around and I'm like, hey, this is like really fun and enjoyable. Like
Yeah, I mean,
it's like a
that's why it
mode
was
of
such a big hit.
transportation that's like just like enjoyable and you're just like in your experience and like in the moment right there. The reason I got a dirt bike is so that I can also go off road. Not like motocross like track and stuff, but like off road trails and stuff like that. Like if I'm not mistaken, like 70% of America's roads are unpaved.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
That's a lot. Especially like the whole like motorcycle people with like the sport bikes and stuff. Like experience freedom and stuff because like you're not like in a car.
You're not constrained by the boundaries set by society.
Exactly.
Okay,
You're like,
yeah, nice.
I got a motorcycle that's made for going 150 on a track, but I'm driving it on the highway.
Yeah.
But they're bound by the roads. I'm the whole reason of getting a dual sport is so that I'm not, and it's like, it's not made to go 150, and so it's like I don't have the temptation of like, ooh, I just want to ride fast, because like every mom, every parent's like, oh no, my kid just wants to ride fast, just want to drive fast. And
What
I'm
you
like,
do?
Not really.
Come on.
I mean, like it'll be fun, but I'm not
Yeah.
like
That's not like the sole purpose.
that's not the whole purpose
Okay.
of buying it, and there's
There are
not
also
that.
worse things you could have bought your money with. You
True.
could have bought drugs.
True.
Then your mom could
Thanks.
definitely be worried.
Thanks, Toby, Dad.
Yeah. You could
Yeah.
have just gambled it all away.
But yeah, it's a fun thing. It's exciting and fun to like learn about because there's like a lot of science behind it. As I've been rambling on and on to you about, just like the gyroscopic effects. That like
Gyroscopic.
yeah. Sorry, lots of Spanish.
So much.
The
Let's try it again. Yeah,
Can someone
keep
else say
going.
this
No,
word
I'm
for me?
good.
Gyroscopic effect of
Right,
like the
go.
wheels and the bikes and everything, and like how to not crash and everything. That's pretty interesting. And like counter steering, which
Important things to know.
if you're ever thinking about
Oh,
how
gosh.
to go ride a motorcycle, you should learn about counter steering so you don't like die. Because science.
There we go. Yeah, don't die on motorcycles or dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Welcome back to our fourth guest of the show, Tony Fire, aka my dad. This one is not for sale. Actually, we'll sell this for $20. Let's flip it.
No antenna.
Oh, great. This is exactly what I need.
It'll probably get snow though. I mean, it'll turn on probably.
Well, I don't even need it to turn on, but great.
Are you just gonna shoot it or something?
No.
No, he's gonna.
I could put a baseball bat to it. This is fantastic.
He's gonna
How
shoot
artsy is that?
Shoot it with a camera.
You know what we could do? If
Thank
we're
you.
showing like thanks. If we're showing like videos we want to put, we could just green screen it over this. Like not green screen it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Dub it over the
Mask
screen.
it. Dub it over the screen.
Anyways, yeah, that's awesome. Congrats on the purchase.
Thanks.
I look forward to watching you go off roads
Yeah.
for a little bit, anyways, till I can't see you anymore.
That's usually how that goes. Yeah, it's street legal though. Once I get plates for it, it has turn signals and a horn and everything. So it's not like I had to like pour money into it. I got like a really good deal on it. The guy took care of it, and you could tell he did not want to sell his motorcycle, but it was good, and he was like really nice about it. So first time messing with my own title at the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
Learned that I gotta go get the thing inspected, and I was like, but I don't have plates for it. And the lady was like, oh, you can ride it to the inspection and then ride it to the DMV. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. I just spent an hour sitting here, if I could hear that. As is
that sucks.
the DMV. C'est la vie.
Yeah. C'est la DMV.
Carpa the diem. So, I have a motorcycle. I don't have my own helmet, so I've been borrowing my friend's, and he like gave me his like body armor.
Just walk out with chainmail.
Yeah, basically.
Go to war.
Yeah.
There we go.
The scabbard kind of sticks out on my back a little too far. Like if I try to
Definitely
turn
yeah.
it, like
I can relate to that one. Yeah. Those
It had to
scabbards.
go on the back though, because if it's like a hip scabbard,
Naturally.
then it
No,
just drags
no.
on the ground.
Yeah. Well, it's like riding a horse.
Yeah,
So you could.
I could probably do it.
You could do it.
Modern day horse. It was a lot simpler times when we didn't have to get titles and register our horses.
You're telling me that knights and cowboys didn't have to go to the DMV to go register their horse?
Surprisingly.
Weird.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with today's society, people. DMVs. Screw that, man. So, I don't know how to transition to this next one. This is Elijah's topic. He chose fears.
Fears?
So we're going to get a lot more...
What are you afraid
We're
of?
gonna get a lot deeper into this. What are you afraid of, Elijah?
Toby's afraid of spiders.
There was a big old spider outside of my house, man. This thing saw us too. Like most of the time I'm like, no, you don't see me. Like I'm on top of it, you don't see me. And like they don't. They're just like standing still most of the time. But this one was like moving with me. I was like, move, whoa. And like every time I'd move, he would move, or she. I don't know. Every time it would move, I would move. So this thing was big, and it was about to eat me.
Yeah, the terrifying thing is he was about to reach for the code to punch in the code to open his garage door, and it was right next to it. So Toby jumped 10 feet away, which he was already standing 7 feet away.
Well,
So-
I didn't want to make the
so-
spider think that I was attacking.
That was a pretty good jump, by the way. 7 feet. That's like 3 foot distance. That was pretty decent.
Thanks. This podcast is exhilarating. How many people listening to this is yawn?
Got him. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
So yeah, he was about to punch in the code, and he was freaking out every single step. He was like, take one step, and then, like the spider would move, and then he like spin around and just like staring. He's like, dude, that thing is looking at us. I was like, yeah, like at least like 8 times because he has so many eyeballs.
Yeah.
And spiders have 4 eyes. You dweeb. You don't even know science.
What was that?
Spiders have 4 eyes. Dweeb. You don't even science. I was talking to myself. It's called introspection.
So what are you afraid of? I'm currently afraid of Elijah right now.
I'm afraid of me being afraid of myself.
Whoa. No, that's actually not that scary.
Yeah, I know. The spider wasn't that bad. I punched in the code. We good. We made it alive. That's why we're like inside.
It's actually just a drawn out story is what this is. It wasn't that big of a deal. There's no climax. Anyways.
The spider was like
of?
smaller than a quarter.
What are you scared of?
I'm not scared of heights. I'm scared of falling from heights. It's pretty rational.
That sounds like you're afraid of heights.
It's pretty. No, it's
yes.
Heights?
Every single person isn't scared of heights. They're scared of falling.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's exactly what.
I'm not afraid of heights because that would be irrational.
You're afraid of heights.
Not really.
Being afraid of falling.
No,
on
like
a
some
tall
people.
Object is why people are afraid of heights. That's like the definition.
Some people get like vertigo and stuff, and they get like queasy and like feel like they're about to throw up and like pass out if they're like up on something really high. And it has nothing to do with like them being close to the edge of falling off. Like you could be like on top of the Empire State Building in the cage.
Okay, but like,
and then like
afraid of heights is like, oh yeah, I guess it is, but like
exactly.
But like being afraid of
or
heights
just
also
like
includes like that's the same thing.
Or
as,
like
being
thinking
afraid
of
falling.
like people on top of things, or like looking at tall buildings makes you feel dizzy.
That's
like,
not being afraid of heights though.
It can be.
No, if you're looking at a tall building, you get queasy. You get I don't know.
Vertigo.
Like, okay, sure, you have vertigo. But you don't have.
Yeah, it's just a statement. I'm not afraid of heights because that would be irrational. I'm afraid of falling from heights.
Okay, but like you're afraid of heights, but you go on tall heights anyways.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay, so you're just really good at facing your fears.
Yeah, teach yourself you don't have to be afraid. Fear is there so your body. Sorry, like scientific fear or like the fear in your brain, like when you're going to do stuff, is there because it's a survival feature, and it's like your brain is like, hey, please don't die because I will die with you.
Fear, it's personification.
And so like I do lots of parkour and like free running stuff, so like whenever you want to like go do like a big jump or flip or something, you're like afraid to do it. It's like because your brain's like, hey, there's a possibility you could get hurt, and it's like, oh, okay. And you need to respect that, but you also need to prove yourself and prove that you don't have to like shy away from things you want to do just because of that. And so I don't know, like that's kind of like those kinds of things that I'm afraid of. Like with riding a motorcycle, I'm afraid of like crashing or like falling over on it or something. And like very basic things. But I don't know, like more like super deep like internal stuff. I don't know. Like I mean I do know. It'll just take me a second to like come up with it.
Have you seen the movie Planet Earth? Wait, no.
No.
After Earth?
No.
No. It's not good, but Will Smith has a pretty good quote about fear in there. It's like fear isn't real, but like it's something that your brain's made up, but like danger is very real.
Yeah.
And it's like basically what you just said.
Yeah, exactly. I get that there's like a sense of like fears of like us not being remembered or like fear of dying and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not like worried about that. Like I'm not like afraid of like what people think of me and stuff like that. I think I'm more so afraid of like, I don't know, I'm already like super hard on myself, but like taking it to an extreme of like being too hard on myself that I hinder myself. Or I'm afraid of like hindering my creative freedom or anything that I'm like destined to do. I guess there's like that side of like being afraid of like that.
Nice.
There's definitely like something to just like.
I wish I had like something like smart to say, but like I know nothing about this topic, and I feel like it's like this is what you need to do, Elijah.
I'm afraid of like hurting the people I love the most, but we're humans and our love is very sloppy and messy, and people get hurt, and you hurt people all the time. Get over it. Like just love them better. Forgive yourself sometimes. Don't feel sorry for yourself, but forgive yourself. Don't like get stuck in like being mopey about like how bad you are, how horrible you are. So there's that. You too, random
subscribe to our Patreon
citizens.
So
that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm, like, trying to process over here.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
You afraid of falling?
No. It's like the opposite. I like want to fall sometimes.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Whenever
I don't know.
So I go hiking a bunch in Colorado like once a year or so, and like, we go on top of these big mountains, and like every time or we're on top of a bridge or wherever it is, anywhere high, I like want to fall. I want to just have this like the falling sensation, so I like want to jump. I don't want to die, but like I want to like. Ooh, it'd be so fun for those like few seconds you're just falling. Like I always said, like if I could choose my death, it'd be falling off like Yosemite or like Half Dome. You know, like you could just have like the most beautiful death. You could be chilling just for a few seconds.
Fair enough.
And then So yeah, I'm not afraid of heights. Well, if I have control over myself or my surroundings, I'm not afraid of heights.
Fair enough.
But if it was like, I don't know, some shifty like ground I was standing, like the rocks were like loose or something, and it was on a slant, and I could possibly fly it.
You're afraid of the danger.
So I'm just confident in myself that I won't fall, so that's why I'm not
Fair enough.
afraid of heights usually.
It was like 2 years ago. Toby and I climbed this abandoned railroad bridge. I'd been to it before, but I'd never been on the very top of it. And Toby was totally game to just go on top of it. I was like, okay. And I was the one that had been wanting to do it for like a year.
Right, and then when I got up there, I didn't want to stand up like you were.
Yeah.
Because of the wind, it was like super windy up there, and that's like an example of like, yeah, like
Okay.
if this wind blows a little bit and I'm off balance, and whoop,
Fair
there I
enough.
go.
Like whenever I'm like on top of heights or like climbing and stuff, I'm just like sure in my abilities that if something by chance were to happen, I'd be able to catch myself, or I'd have enough like experience and muscle memory behind my belt and in my brain to like react properly to the situation.
Right.
I've had countless like times like out training parkour where like I totally could have like gotten so much more hurt than I ever did, or like I could have broken like something and I didn't, just because of like reacting properly. And like I don't know, it's very funny because the human body is very fragile but so strong at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like if you like literally just trip and fall wrong, you could like get a concussion just
or
like
go in a coma or something like
yeah,
that. Like,
on the sidewalk, like trying to get into your car.
Yeah.
Or like you can train and you could like take 10, 15, maybe even 15-foot drops to the ground without hurting yourself.
Yeah, or like these football players just smashing into each other like play after play.
Don't get me stuck on football players because
I'm just saying, like, that's crazy that the body can take that.
True.
I mean, maybe not long term, but like.
Yeah, those people like
just literally just
pro
these
NFL players.
300-pound guys just crashing in, and you're like, their body just gets up, and you're like, all right, next play. Let's
yeah,
go.
that's so bad for their brains though, and
sure,
they
yeah,
and they
long
have
term, it definitely affects
they have
them, but-
micro concussions a lot of the time that like
Yeah.
happen like a split second and stuff, and like it damages their brain and their spine. And
Have you
it's
seen
like
Concussion?
no, I've been meaning to watch that.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's like I heard it's like really good.
Yeah.
And like Will Smith's like pretty good.
Everything, the accent is good.
So
He's
yeah.
so good.
So yeah,
Keep forgetting to look at that.
that's okay. It doesn't matter.
If you're watching us on YouTube, you should probably go to our podcast section so you can know what we're talking about when the camera cuts out.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have the audio in there and everything.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
It'll just be like blacked out for a sec. So yeah, what are you thinking about this podcast? What do you want to do with it? You just want to?
This is good.
You like
This
this
is good.
format?
I don't know. We'll get better at it probably.
Yeah.
Right? I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's a podcast. You have to like. It's like working out.
I'm just like, I feel like I need to be more entertaining, but
It's not about that.
I guess it's its own like entertainment. Like I like watching stuff that isn't
Yeah.
per se like funny and
Yeah.
So maybe.
I love those scarce YouTube videos where they're so raw, and it's just like, oh, this is a real person, and they're not putting up like a facade of like who they are, or, like what they want to do, or like they're not trying to entertain you. They're just puting up a piece of themselves on the internet.
It also depends what kind of mood I'm in, I suppose.
True, I get
like
that.
if I'm in a I got nothing to do today, I'll listen to some hour-long podcast about someone rambling on about whatever.
Yeah, like this.
But like other times I'll be like, this is trash. Like, why did this person post this?
Yeah,
and be
you
super like,
You love the bowl cut guy.
Yeah, I love him. Hamish Patterson, dude. He's
What
so
a name.
awesome, dude. He's so awesome. I just found his YouTube. Yeah, so this dude, I found his YouTube channel. One of his videos. Oh my God, one of his YouTube videos went viral. It was just him giving himself a bowl cut, and he's this crazy like
Total surfer guy,
yeah,
California.
like SoCal surfer dude, like
Blonde
complete
hair,
skater,
like, yeah.
like surfer. He talks like this, man, and he's like, yeah, dude, like it's completely like the world's vibes, man, like positive energy tribe over here, bro. So he's like that kind of guy, and I didn't
That was
actually
so
know
spot
people were
on.
like unironically like that. And I was like, that's what Jimmy at first was like. What? Who, like,
Who
people like
is this man?
people
Is
like
this
exist?
is
I thought
this
this was just like
is
a
this
character on TV.
real?
Right. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I was like, this dude's actually legit, and he has a family. Like, he's like a teenage kid on a TV show that I saw like years ago. But he's got like a family. He's like almost 50, and it's like him just trying to like surf some waves and like
Yeah, he's just
shred.
he's just
shred
enjoying
some-
life.
He like skates in these like empty pools, and he's like literally like, what's that skate
So
movie? Like Kids
so
of Dogtown or something like that. Or like
Boys of Z
some-
Boys
yeah.
of Dogtown.
he's just like
something like that.
the last of like, or not the last. There's plenty of hippies out there, but he's like a complete hippie, and he's like,
he's
I
very,
don't know.
he's very
very real
he's
and,
sober
like,
though.
yeah, he's sober now, but
But he has like a very sober like character about him as well.
yeah, and he's very very positive. Like that's one of his main things, like positivity, and but at the same time he'll like post stuff that's like, I'm like having a terrible time, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like super real about like everything he posts.
Yeah, it's not edited.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
His videos aren't edited. Well,
No.
minor few, but like his personality and his character is not edited at all.
Mhm.
He's not like trying to entertain. He's just being himself.
Yeah.
Which there's not that many of those out there nowadays on YouTube.
Right. And
Everyone's
if there
trying to-
are, then they're not getting big because
Yeah.
what's popular now is the cuts and like
Yeah,
quick
it's
energy, like
it's
all that.
it's the copy paste like format of following what one person did to get popular.
right.
And
yeah.
like if you want to do that,
And
that's
it works,
okay.
Really.
If you want to do that and you're genuinely enjoying it, do that. If
Like-
you want to do something else, do something else.
There's definitely a formula you can.
Yeah,
do
it's
to get big
changed.
and followers.
It's changed.
Sure,
it
it's always
used
changing, but
it used to be different, but yeah.
but right now, if you took a, I wouldn't say that, but like, who's trending right now? Logan Paul. kind
No,
of
not at
thing?
all. Casey Neistat's back on the up.
Right. All right. See, that's just hard to do.
It is.
to replicate, because I've seen plenty of videos about like people trying to replicate Casey Neistat and they just can't do it. Because,
But the thing about Casey Neistat is he's copying someone else, and no one knows that, which is hilarious.
well,
There's-
no.
Yeah,
no.
there's-
he's copying a bunch of people. Like,
True.
I've seen videos like that about originality. Like you can't actually
True.
anymore. You can't just
True.
like create something new.
Yeah,
because you're
but
always influenced by other things.
I forget who it was. There's this old like filmmaker that legit, if you watch any of like the shorts that he's made, and then you watch one of like Casey's videos, you're just like, oh, I get it now. Because Casey like used to really like that guy, and totally like inspired,
like
legit like
perfectly like his video is his video.
Yeah.
No.
No,
come
there
on.
and there's like one point like this dude that I randomly met on the internet was like a fan of the same filmmaker and had like been watching Casey Neistat like way before he got popular, and like saw the shift, and I forget. I think I went back and like watched the video that was like you could like see the difference in the editing and like the storytelling.
Well, like whether his style is like
But
the
he's-
same as someone else's and he's
Yeah.
copying the style.
It was just
What-
funny.
what
It
was
was very nice to like
Be like,
understand.
oh, he's not some like crazy genius. that I
Yeah,
love.
he's not like
Yeah.
some crazy genius. We still like artists. We like
Yeah.
continue off of each other. We get inspired. We get to pick and choose and like grab what we want
Yeah.
and like what we like and what we work.
I don't even think his style is what was the main factor of him
True,
being big.
it was not
like
his style.
work ethic
It-
of posting every day for one. Like he could create a story every day.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's insane.
the biggest thing that
He had like 3 hours of sleep at night. Like
yeah,
that
that's
blows
so
my mind.
rough. The biggest thing that made those so successful was storytelling, and in no matter what kind of video you make, there has to be a story. Same with music, and same with art. Like if you paint a picture, there's a story behind the picture.
Well,
Whether
good stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, whether you realize
Most
it or
music
not.
today doesn't really have a story.
Yeah, but like you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand.
And we love to tell stories ourselves, whether it's like a joke or like a life story or just create things. Like we're just made to create. and pass on and everything. So like he did so well on storytelling of that, and that's like the biggest thing that like made him big, because storytelling that has something to follow with was actually very entertaining. Yeah, I only stopped watching Casey like the first time after he stopped vlogging.
You haven't seen his recent stuff?
I watched like one or two of his recent stuff.
Like the 368 stuff?
Yeah, I think I watched the first episode.
I really like Dan.
Yeah,
he's
like
awesome.
Dan,
Have you seen his
like
videos?
what? Yes.
Josiah showed me his videos, and they're like, "Whoa, this guy's awesome."
I was there.
Oh yeah. Josiah showed us his videos, and I was like, "Wow."
Yeah. I subscribed to him. I followed him on Dan Mace, by the way. Followed him
Shout out Dan Mace.
on Instagram, and the one thing I liked was he took like one of his videos and uploaded it to his Instagram story, but like it like worked really well just as an Instagram story, which a lot of like people who like throw in YouTube videos to Instagram to like advertise or just like put it out there, it doesn't work as well. But you could tell like he changed it around a little bit just to work on Instagram. It was pretty nice.
Like he took all the good parts of the video and put it in as
Well,
montage.
it was like him like opening mail, and it was like formatted for Instagram basically. Like he did at least like trimmed it down for the vertical video and like had the text in the proper.
I had to do
size.
that with a client recently.
Yeah.
We should probably wrap up pretty soon.
Yeah.
But so the client wanted both like Facebook format, which is 1920 by
1080.
no, it's not 1080, but it's 1920 by something a little bit different than 1080.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, so I had to do that, and they also wanted the Instagram version, which is 640 by 640, or 620, one of them.
Yeah.
And so I had to do two of them, and I didn't realize how much of a difference so I thought I could just copy and paste. So I would create the I think I was making Instagram stories for him. So I would create the Instagram stories on the Facebook format, and then I thought I could just copy and paste that and put that by the 640, but it had a bunch of like text, and I had a bunch of like I'll show you it later, but the texts were coming in and the texts were coming out really fast, and there was like hundreds of them, and I copied and pasted it to the 640, and it was just weird, like it was transformed.
It's
weird,
definitely a
like,
different
half of it
format and a different media.
It's just completely like I didn't realize how much you have to actually redo if you want to do something.
Sam Colder has been very good about the whole like editing to Instagram stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
him and
he can do that. It's
Taylor
fun, 'cause
Cut
he
Films
posts like once a month.
Yeah, yeah, true, but his other stuff, like his paid stuff, he pumps out pretty quick.
Have you seen? I think it's just Cold.
Yeah, that's his YouTube.
Have you seen his recently?
No, he's been doing.
Is that his main channel?
That's his main channel.
Oh,
he's been
shoot.
posting like a few
What's his
vlogs
second channel then?
I don't know.
All right, well, he posted some commercial about these like workout dudes,
Oh, nice.
and he posted behind the scenes of it, which was really, really cool.
I'll have to
You
check
should
it
watch
out.
it, yeah.
It might be on his
Shout
like.
out Sam Colder.
Yeah, Sam Colder. He's another one who's changed the YouTube game with his
Yeah.
editing style, because he's such a good editor.
So he's created so many trends
Yeah, it's hilarious.
by himself. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the teal and
Orange.
and teal.
He
color.
helped make that popular.
Yeah, like I think that's where I first saw it.
Yeah.
And then like I would see all these
Videos.
You know you're the one making things trending when other YouTubers say the Sam Colder orange teal effect.
Yeah.
Like I literally downloaded LUTs that say Sam Colder orange and teal effect. Like,
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
Props
yeah.
to him.
Yeah. We're just gonna keep chatting for like every time we do this, you know.
Yeah.
So
Tune in
we'll do this next week.
next week.
We're not really doing it for you, but if you're there, hey, that's sweet. Come along for the ride.
We're not really doing this to get rich, but if you guys are rich and you want to make us rich, go ahead and donate to our Patreon account.
I didn't have to designate him as the Patreon plug, but he's now the Patreon plug. We don't have a Patreon.
But if you want to make
it's just
us
a meme.
and donate to us.
If you want to make us a Patreon. So-
I got a story, but I'll save it for next week. About it's about GoFundMe and yeah.
Okay.
So tune in next week for that really exciting story that I just hyped you guys up for, and I'm sure you guys are super excited for that. If you made it to the end of the podcast, thanks for listening to. This is a lot harder than I thought.
Yeah.
I'm Toby Pryor.
I'm Elijah.
He's Elijah. And we'll see you next week. Cool. Alright, get out of my house.
Yeah, it ended.
Oh, perfect!
Hey,
Video recording.
they're still listening to us.
Oh my gosh. I hate it when people in videos do this.
Dang it.
It's not even funny.
Not funny at all.
Dude, 50 minutes on the dot.
Wow, that was pretty good.
I'm gonna edit this really quick.
Okay.
Ooh, my camera's
Stop the recording. Oh, I'm still recording.